They're very ornate, and also just the shape itself is quite they're By now, hopefully my other video about how I look for inspiration has already gone up. I imagine it has. And if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it. I'll link it down below. But basically, I do that routine of things to, you know, get the wheels turning. And then often, I know I said like do other things other than Pinterest, but I will like get the ideas and the themes, and then sometimes I'll go to Pinterest to find aesthetic photos of those same things, more so just to like round it out and have the vision and still draws from the inspiration that I already gathered on a board in front of me so I can see it. I hope that makes sense. Basically, some things it's like I took photos of those things in real time, but those photos aren't that pretty because they were just me kind of getting the raw idea of what themes and motifs I want to have in my work. So then I take those and I curate them further by using images I find on the internet. So I do use Pinterest, and I have been using Internet Archive. Anyway, I got those photos. I think I picked out like 14 of them. And then I also have my paint color samples from the hardware store. And if I find any other things that I think tie in, like texturally or I don't know, interesting little scraps of things around, then I will include them as well on the board. So today we're gonna go pick up the photos, and I did pick the London Drugs that's right near the bakery that I really like. So I think I'm gonna pick up a little treat as well. And then we're gonna go to the studio, get it looking cute. I'll do an actual cleanup tomorrow. Other than that, that's kind of our day, which is pretty chill. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, I'm just petting Remy down here, but let's get going. Okay, let's go. Okay, photos, check. I even found command strips at the dollar store, which I didn't know they had those there. Last stop is the bakery for a little cheat. I think I'm praying they have chocolate croissants, because that would be the dream. Even a regular croissant would be great. Okay, we made it to the studio. I did get my chocolate croissant and it was still warm, which is amazing because oftentimes I go to that bakery and they're usually sold out of the chocolate croissants. And sometimes they don't even have the regular croissants. So I lucked out. I already took a couple bites. And also, because it was warm, the only thing about that is that the chocolate has totally stuck to the paper bag. So I'm still gonna count it as a win. I keep talking about this in videos, but I'm trying to film with my actual vlogging camera again to up the quality. But the thing is that because it's like still winter transitioning into spring, my studio is so dark and blue toned until like 1 p.m. And so I feel like my phone actually captures the color of my space much better. My little photos, I won't show you my full government name, phone number, and email address. Let's see. You know what's crazy is actually last year I also got photos printed out for my mood board, and then I ended up not putting them up. So I'm wondering if I can also use some of those. Oh, okay. Okay. Should I show them to y'all or should I just put them on the board? That's the question. Maybe I'll just give you a little glimpse. So I got a bunch of different sizes. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I love this. This is such a fun and easy way to get your ideas out of your head and like have them in front of you, and then you're looking at them every day. You're just continuing to curate a cycle of ideas. I don't know if you can tell, but blue and yellow and brown and a little bit of red is the theme. Probably also some greens in there, and let's be honest, some pinks for spring, because hello, it's me. But also I thought, I was just sitting in my car and I was like, wow, I feel like my nails are really pushing my color palette right now, and that was an unexpected choice that we decided to do blue and yellow. This was $5 thrifted, which I think that's a good deal, but more so it's nice to just not have to buy it new and give it a second life. The back is a bit ripped up, but who cares? This is kind of why I was thinking of potentially painting the actual cork part at some point. I don't know. It's gonna go here. So these are the ones we're gonna use, I think. Maybe I'll move that painting over there first, things first. So then we have room. I feel like I've been so looking forward to today and setting this all up, so I'm excited to get it done. Where should I put y'all? My shoes match my outfit as well. I'm still kind of trying to decide where I should move this painting to. I could also put it like just up, or I could put it here. So like, I kind of sort of think that's a better spot for it. It's been over an hour. It said to leave these strips up for an hour to let the adhesive do its thing. And so I'm ready to put my board back up and start adding photos. And yeah, let's do that next. Okay. I'm hot. I'm sweating. Is this crooked? I feel like it's crooked. So we're just gonna start pinning, feel it out, not worry about it too much, and let it kind of become what it wants. I also have my color samples from the hardware store, so I'll put those up as well. So as you can see, there's a lot of yellows, blues, pinks, greens, very springy colors going on here. Classic swan for spring. That is kind of already in my wheelhouse. My friend Bryn, who you would have seen in my Vancouver vlog and other vlogs, her last name is Swan, and so I've made a couple of swan objects for her in the past for special occasions. We also have this cute little duck print that I found on Internet Archive. Also from there are these key locks that are quite intricate and quite fun, and I just like the style of them. They're very ornate, which I think is really fun and quite different than the work I typically make, which goes in line with this antique frame image. Lots of detail, lots of fun shapes. I've also been thinking about doing some sort of relief tiles. So maybe doing some water etching, and this is just a little picture of daffodils with this. This says that this image was modeled in gesso, which is fun. And then on our trip, we saw a lot of dessert, little dessert bowls, dessert coupes, which I think are really cute. I would love to make some of those for this collection, and also some goblets, fun household items with some little extra bit of charm. For example, this piece with the little star at the spout. And also just the shape itself is quite interesting and not something you would typically see every day. Came across a lot of those in homeware stores in Vancouver, and I thought that would be fun to try and make something in ceramic. More orchids, more blues and yellows, bunnies are also a classic theme for spring. I guess I'm kind of leaning into Easter too with all the pastels, so I didn't really think about that. This picture is a picture that I actually took in Vancouver. I like the bold color contrast. Again, I was seeing blues and yellows paired together all over the city, and I'm sure it's because I was looking out for it. Like right now, honestly, I was just looking over here at these paintbrushes, and these two were sitting beside each other. Like how, you know, it's just everywhere. Once you start looking for it, it's everywhere. And now that I said that, I look over here, and my paint palette I made a million years ago, and they're beside each other. They're just nice complementary colors. And then also I just have been seeing a lot of, again, dessert and cakes in my life. I want to make myself a little cake jar for my birthday. Obviously this has been done before many times, but I want to try and do my own take on it, even if it's just a piece for myself. More bunnies, and then these were just all the colors that caught my eye when I was looking through paint chips. I will say these are mostly the colors in my own closet right now, so colors that I'm wearing quite often. I can't remember if I've talked about this, but I'm finding that I actually look better in bold colors than pastels, which is interesting because for most of my life I have been wearing pastel colors, I feel. Okay, so I'm gonna go try and find if I have enough pins to put these up and find my washi tape, and we will start pinning. Oh, I'm so obsessed with it. Ah! I wasn't even sure if everything was gonna fit. I actually have a couple more photos from a previous printout that I did that I could add, but I might just sit with it as is for a little bit. I feel really good about it. I feel like I'm gonna walk in here every day and feel really inspired now and really a little more directionally focused, which is really nice. As I put this together, I was kind of just listening to music and vibing along and kind of went on instinct of what should go where, and I think that I like how it turned out. Okay, so I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Squarespace. If you feel like now is the right time to create your own little section of the internet, Squarespace is the platform to get you there. Creating a beautiful, professional, working website can feel very overwhelming, but with Squarespace, it's super easy to get started and get going quickly. They really make the process so easy, and it's built for anyone to use at home with no coding required. You can integrate everything from buying your domain name to choosing your website template, all of which are super customizable, and you can even use their new design intelligence to create the website of your dreams, whether it be an online shop where you sell all your products, a blog, or somewhere that you share your services with others. With Squarespace, you'll be up and running in no time, and if you need any help, it is always there with their 24/7 support team. You can get a free 2-week trial with the link down below, or you can just go to squarespace.com and use the code from Tree to Sea for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. I took off my sweater because I was sweating from all of that, which was not a lot of work. But an unexpected bonus of now having this up is that I have this really fun and beautiful and interesting backdrop for filming. I was just thinking about all the metaphors that we use for creativity and the creative process in terms of gardening. You know, you have an idea, you plant the seed, you wait for things to sprout. I feel like putting this together was me shopping for the seeds. Does that make sense? I was thinking about this in my head and I was like, does that make sense? I don't know, let me say it out loud and see what you guys think. Yeah, I feel like this part of the process was me shopping for seeds, going to my local greenhouse, getting seeds from friends, and then kind of organizing which seeds I want to plant for the season. Not actual planting just yet. I don't know if that works, but in my brain that makes sense. So that's how I'm going to work through this creative process as I share with you the way I build my spring collection. This was the seed gathering portion, and now I feel like I have my little seed packets and I just need to put them in the dirt, which also works perfectly because I need to get my hands into dirt. You can tell that I'm really good at gardening and really good at metaphors. But I think I'm okay at mood boarding. Okay, other than that, I just need to find a new home for this guy. And I actually talked about this painting in my second Patreon exclusive video about how this was actually an artist trade with Taylor, and he painted it for me. Like, I feel like the first month we were starting to see each other. Kind of crazy. I think I'm gonna put it in the corner over there, and then I'm gonna move the pottery poster and just make the space more vibrant. I have also been thinking a lot about how I want to kind of change up the studio and make it feel like a little more homey in a sense. I think I really lost that when I got rid of my chaise, which was the light of my life in the studio, but I just felt like, you know, this is a workspace. I should have more work-related stuff, not less loungy stuff. And now, of course, I'm flipping back the other way. But that is just the ebb and flow of life, right? Like, you think you want one thing, and then you have it, and then you're like, actually, I liked that other thing, and I want to do that again, but in a way that's even better. It's good. We're always growing and evolving and changing. I can really tell that spring has sprung because I'm feeling really good today, and I'm attributing that to the sunshine. It's so nice. I feel alive again. I hope you're having nice weather where you are too, or that you have better days ahead coming.